Welcome back to Top 5 Repairs. If you notice your headlight flickering, dimming, or taking some time for it to turn on, you might have a bad headlight bulb or a bad ballast. This part here is the ballast, and this part here is where your headlight bulb is going to be at. So how do you tell if you have a bad headlight bulb or a bad ballast? The ballast is basically a transformer, and it provides high voltage to the headlight bulb so it can ignite. Now when the headlight ballast starts to fail, it can cause all sorts of issues. Diagnosing a bad headlight bulb is going to be straightforward. It either work or don't work. It is going to be the ballast that's going to be much more difficult to diagnose. So I'm going to tell you guys some of the signs that it might be failing. If your headlight bulb is not shining and you don't hear any noise coming from the ballast and it's just quiet, it could be a sign that the ballast had failed. The next sign of a failing ballast is going to be delayed ignition. When it takes time for the ballast to provide power to the headlight bulb, it will cause delayed ignition. That means that it is going to take time for the headlight bulb to ignite, and that could be a sign that the ballast is failing. The next sign is going to be your headlight is either flickering or it is dimming. If the ballast is struggling to provide power to the headlight bulb, again, it can cause it to flicker and the headlight bulb will not shine as bright. The next sign is going to be intermittent failure. When the ballast is intermittently failing, it can cause the headlight to turn on, then to turn off, then to turn on, and to turn off. And also, you might notice that the headlight bulb color might start to change. It might be bright white, and it might be dull blue, or it might turn yellow, and so on. The next sign of a failing ballast is going to be noise. When the ballast starts to fail, it can start to make a buzzing noise or a humming noise. So again, it is easy to tell if you have a bad headlight bulb or not. Again, it's going to either work or don't work. So how do you tell if the ballast is bad? Well, the first thing you want to look for is you want to see burn mark on the ballast. Again, it is a transformer and it provides high voltage. And when this part fell, you can see burn marks on the connection or on the case. Of course, you don't always see that, but that's one of the first things I probably would check if the ballast had failed. The quickest way to check if you have a bad ballast or a bad headlight bulb is to swap it. You can either swap the ballast with the other side, or you can swap the headlight bulb with the other side. For this vehicle, it is much easier to swap the ballast. There's only 1, 2, and 3 screws, and you can pop the ballast out. If you look at the headlight bulb, it came with this clip, and the shape is irregular. Now, I know a lot of people struggle to put this clip back on, so it is much easier to swap the ballast. If you look at the headlight ballast, it came with a giant O-ring. Just because it came with a giant O-ring does not make it 100% waterproof. Condensation can still find its way in and cause the connection to corrode. Also, if you look at the headlight, it also came with a gasket or seal. Again, it is not 100% waterproof. I have seen headlights filled up with water on the inside, and this can cause all sorts of electrical issues. So make sure to check for water inside the headlight and water on the ballast connection. I hope you found that video useful. As always, thank you for watching and subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.